modern coaching raises some questions which I try to clear now. What the coaching is all about? Why do we have so enormous amount of coaches? And why there is a feeling that they cheat us? Basically, coaching is adjustment of characteristics and skills in accordance with the life requests. Business training in the case of lack of knowledge in marketing, sales, leadership and other technologies that allow you to effectively profit from your work. When problems are inside or with the people around you, then personal growth should help develop inner attitude and patterns in order to correct them. Largely speaking, the kind of classic law cultivated by all animals and especially by humanity. The older teach the younger learn from the experience and skills of the older. Until recently it was so, because information came from books and experience. But nowadays information has become commonly available and coaching training can be obtained from the computer screen. Once listening to the coach Darren Hardy, I saw the very regretting comment. My God, I paid $1,500 for a week in New York, but here it is all free. Increasing requests in coach gave opportunities to take advantage for youngsters who understood well the main principle of business coaching. Do as many tryouts as possible, persistence eventually will be rewarded. So nowadays we have a lot of different types of coaches whom essentially transmit some kinds of life hacking. How to quickly adjust superficial behavior patterns, smile, planning, listen, study needs, treat people, and so on. Firstly, everything looks as correct, but after time appears a feeling of emptiness. Likewise, this coach Tony Robbins, who recently came to Moscow, who does earning money transmitting obvious things. When I saw him for the first time, I realized that this is a style of communication between trainer and trainees. My thigh box coach taught us in the same way of orders. Leg up, well done. Where are the thoughtful, verified words of intellectual? Where is the experience hanging above the shoulders with a heavy burden of responsibility? I'm confident that a business coach who has not created any significant business, of course unless coach home or after university with that suffered, and thanks to his knowledge of language is able to translate the ideas of others in Russian or another language, not supported by his own experience, doesn't have a deep understanding of business and life process. When a youngster 30 years after living cozy life fends for parental money and had not frozen a 20 in a sawmill like Brian Tracy and has flown around the world in an airplane and not in the ship stoker like Tracy, begins to teach me, who survived over perestroika and ice-covered cabin with a little stove in the taiga with 60-degree frost, worth losses and hyperinflation, it's like cheap whiskey. The third great product in a beautiful package. People with rich life experience are well aware of what I mean. How many times he died but survived? How many times he lost his work? He changed job. Where from he knows the sense of life without such experience, which in turn gives power of conviction to his words. Without such experience, it's just shallow chatting. Once Brian Tracy put it that way, we live in an age of amateurs where everyone is solving immediate problems. Picked up life hacks, everyone just wants to get rich, replacing principles and laws of nature by subjective values. Not realizing that the truth is not in muscles, costumes, houses, yachts, sex, and even not in workaholism, as Alan Watkins accurately stated in his performance in 2016, but in human relationships, an internal setting for life. On which of the 34,000 planets, according to Watkins' statement, that determine feelings, is located this man, and where that planet is on the scale of universal values? And the last question I want to raise is about the age. Stephen Covey, one of the greatest life coaches of our time, turned 57 when he published 7 Habits. And this is the age when the life observations and acquired knowledge are transformed into a clear picture of the world where all things have their place. Brian Tracy, whom we know perfectly due to his visits to Moscow, was already around 60 when we firstly saw him. When we're listening to a coach, we want to hear his opinion, supported by experience, and more outstanding and considerable it is, more the retention after his performance. All other is just shutting and don't work. It's a cheating, because you will spend money for nothing. And it is definitely the matter to contemplate over. Thank you.